Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee Chat on this Saturday morning. I'm Dr. Jane Ruby. Hope everyone's doing well. A lot of updates, a lot going on. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, a good day, doing what you did and hanging out with family, friends, hopefully. I had a very strange situation, and I didn't want to say it ahead of time because I didn't want people to feel bad for me, but I had a confluence of events and ended up spending most of Thanksgiving Day alone. I was not at a family dinner, just couldn't get to my immediate family and other family that is down here just by certain luck of the draw. We're out of town. But we did kind of make up for it on Friday at my sister's house and all that. Don't laugh at the shirt. Speaking of sister, my sister gave it to me on a recent trip up to Asheville, North Carolina. So glad my sister sees me as an influencer, right? Let's see. So it was okay. It was okay. I actually did what I told all of you to do. I found a couple of friends I knew were alone, and I brought them some food, and another one I went and had a drink with to keep them company, and it was a good day. It's always a good day when you're healthy and you're with other people. So anyway, hope all of you had a good Thanksgiving, and don't forget, if there's any post-Thanksgiving shedding symptoms, or you were around a lot of the jab, you know what to do with the Triad Air products. I'm serious. They're one of the few things I find working right now. Go to filterssuck.com, filters with an S, and look over their products. Get something for your home. If you don't want to do that yet or can't afford it yet, you should call them. They're great guys, God-fearing. They're very sensitive to people's situations. Maybe they'll work out a payment plan or something. I don't know. I can't guarantee that, but for the other products, they're pretty affordable, and it's better than being sick. So I bring you the products that I've tested, that I use myself, and you have to bring you to the water. You got to drink. The reason I have a little, I usually don't have makeup on Saturday and Sunday mornings is I was going to tape the segment on the airline near disaster where the American Airlines captain died, I believe on takeoff, but flight 4335, American Airlines envoy flight last week. The interview with Bruce McGray, the FAA whistleblower, former FAA high-ranking official. He was in a remote area from the holiday, and his internet kept going out. So we're gonna tape tomorrow night, probably, or Monday. But anyway, so that was that. But we will get it done, and we will get that show out Monday night. Don't miss that. That's going to be critical. There's been a lot of focus all last week on the holiday. Stu Peters' launch of his documentary died suddenly, and so, we had no shows. But Monday night, I'm going to get this story out on the airline because people need to know. You won't believe the information they bring forward. It's an FAA failure, another usurped department that's collapsed. Okay, the RSV thing, guys. Step back. Diagnosed with PCR. It's the common cold variation. And the reason babies and toddlers are, some of them, ending up in the hospital. First of all, I don't know what's happening in the hospitals, okay? Parents are panicking. They take them in. Just because you're a baby doesn't mean you don't get the same treatment and possible setup for the CDC protocol, right? Didn't say except babies and toddlers. You get them in the ER, and I agree. If your child is very, very sick, I'm not saying don't take them, but people, be aware. They're going to get swabbed with the fake PCR, diagnosed as positive. I don't know how they're using the protocol with them. Are they hitting them with a little remdesivir? It's a cure-all for everything, right? Their definition of cure, which is kill. like the 56% of the people that died in the Ebola trials that were treated with remdesivir compared to placebo. But my understanding, and it would make perfect logical sense, is that these babies that are ending up, these toddlers, these young children with RSV, fake PCR diagnosis, these respiratory emergencies, are jabbed babies. Their immune degradation occurs quicker, faster metabolism, smaller surface area. Think. Too late in a way for them because they're jabbed. There's always a risk that children like under 1 year and under 2 years can get what we think of as common things and then get taken down because they're still building an immunity. It's pretty good, especially if they're breastfed, but it's a critical time. Okay. I made a few notes of some of your comments. How can we be safe traveling, Dr. Jane? You can't. You can't be as safe as you were before the COVID hoax. You can't. That's the honest answer. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Somebody be driving an Amtrak and boom, gets hit with a stroke in his head. Clot, spike protein, white fibrous, occlusion. Boom, stroke. Gone. At the helm, at holding the, letting go of a train that is going 150 miles an hour. Not just airplanes. We're going to hear about the airplanes. What do we do, Dr. Jane? You don't travel for 30 days. Nobody. Zero. Oh, but I don't care what you have to do. You want this to end or not? I mean, people want everything all at once. You want this to end? It's always the other guy. Let the other guy do it. If 95% of the population suspended their air travel plans for 30 days, you would bring that industry to its knees. They wouldn't even need the FAA because that's a gone agency. They would pull everybody. They would hopefully properly screen them and rebuild their fleets with unjabbed pilots and flight attendants. And take the hit, they made millions, probably hundreds of millions, from the federal government in subsidies. So why can't you take a hit for 6 months to a year, airlines? And put only non-jabbed pilots and flight attendants in while you help evaluate and pay your out-of-work jabbed. That's what you all should be demanding. What can I do, Dr. Jane? That's what you can do. You can stop feeding it, stop enabling it. That's why I get angry. Okay. Questions about ivermectin paste. Guys, first of all, I'm not going to diagnose. There's no way to know. I don't mean to wrinkle my nose. The ivermectin paste saved a lot of people's lives when they couldn't get ivermectin. Right now, there's a lot of shifting. There's a lot of cover the ass situation going on. You can get it, Dr. Stella. I mean, well, it's kind of expensive. Do you want it or not? We paid up to $600. People were paying at this place up in Stewart, Florida last year because you couldn't get it anywhere else. Now, I don't approve of that. I complained to them, and they've lowered it. They've lowered their prices, made it more, they stopped gouging, but many places did that. I got it for pennies when my doctor phoned it in to a compounding pharmacy in downtown West Palm 10 months ago. But here's the problem with the paste. When you have the medication available to you now, you don't need to use the paste. You can't, there's no way to accurately estimate dosage. And so I'm not going to give anybody advice on that. I'm going to tell you that now while you can get it, you can find a lot of sources online. If you want to go through me, I trust Dr. Stella Emanuel with my life. She's one of my treating physicians now. And you go to Dr. Stella MD. So it's Dr. Dr. Stella MD.com. And you get it there. You can get it preventatively, in which case they'll ship it to you in a few days. They'll overnight it to you if you're already sick and you feel you want to take it. She's open to that, to treat whatever respiratory illnesses you have in case it's some gain of function thing, okay? So it's drstellamd.com, promo code Ruby if you want a discount. I'm not sure if it affects the shipping. Just take advantage of it. Okay. Let's see. People ask me a lot about guests on other people's shows, especially Stu's, right? I don't have anything to do with who's on Stu's show. So if you see someone, a guest on Stu's show, and you have a question, then you should address it to that guest. And if you can't find a website or a connection to that guest, then write to the Stu show and ask them, okay? I can't address what someone said on another person's show. Okay? Just wanna, I know you all think I'm all-knowing, but I'm not. Okay, I have an announcement to make that I'm very excited about. I am hosting, I want to host several veterans at a dinner coming up that is for a new organization. It's something that I discussed with Lara Logan. She's going to be on the Dr. Jane Ruby show next week. An incredible interview. She's got everything nailed down. But she is a board member of a new organization called America's Future. And it says it is America's first educational nonprofit. It's like a consortium of nonprofits fostering American exceptionalism. But they're launching the Project Defend and Protect Our Children project. And that is to start to blow up even more this whole issue of child sex trafficking. And as Lara Logan said to me, very interesting, this is why I kind of got my heart connected to it. This is the invitation. The reason I got my heart connected to it is because she said, and she's right, narcotics trafficking and child sex trafficking are friends with each other. They go together. You can't get these kids kidnapped and slaves to you without the drugs. And by the same token, they use these poor children, both American children and foreign children, as mules to go back and forth over the border, bringing these drugs in and out and the money in and out. And it's something that these people are going to blow open, and they are blowing it open. It's going to be an incredible event, but they want to honor vets, and so I offered to buy some tickets for vets only. And here's my announcement. The event is December 6th. It's a Tuesday night. It's down here in West Palm Beach. It's at the Mar-a-Lago facility. And General Flynn will be there as one of the leaders. Lara Logan, Lee Smith, who's the senior writer and editor of America's Future. William Olson is the constitutional attorney for the group. Former 60 Minutes investigative journalist. That's Lara Logan. She was the chief, actually, foreign correspondent. So it's an evening. Some people are just going to a reception. If they buy one type of ticket, the second ticket is for the reception and the dinner. Stay for dinner and hear the speakers and be honored as veterans. If you have a veteran, if you know of a veteran that can be in the West Palm Beach area on December 6th, or who already is in this area of South Florida, so it wouldn't be a burden for them to travel, please write to me at drjaneruby@protonmail. Dr. Jane Ruby at Proton Mail. Dr. Jane Ruby at Proton Mail. And write to me there. Either have the vet write to me. I need a legal name because it is definitely going to require a Secret Service verification of the person. So don't try to fool us. Just kidding. So please either send a vet to me at drjaneruby at Proton Mail, or you send the name in yourself if you want to surprise your spouse or brother or sister or whoever the vet is, okay? And make sure they can be here on December 6th, Tuesday, December 6th, in the West Palm Beach area. I'll take care of their, if they're coming in front of town and coming to the event from a hotel. I cannot pay for hotel or flights for anybody. I apologize. I don't have unlimited discretion. As you know, every dime I get, I put toward the show. But I am taking my personal money, and I'm buying some tickets for vets. So please write to me at drjaneruby at Proton Mail. Okay. America's future. Let's see. Someone asked me, how do you maintain your sanity knowing all that you know? It's hard some days. It's hard. I have bad days. I have down days. Sometimes the reality of the players, of the situations, of the intelligence is rough. And I wish I could tell you everything, but I can't, because I'll hurt my own cause, or I'll put myself in some legal jeopardy. When the time is right, I will be able to talk about a lot of things. But I want to say something, that I will say this. I have been threatened with legal action for speaking the truth. And you should know that that is happening. And it happens to a lot of us in this game, in this sort of frontline movement. And that's all I'm going to say for now. But I'm not going to withhold anything that is life-saving, especially for babies and children, or for any of you. I will not do that. I will not do that, regardless of the loss to myself. So be assured of that. Someone on the channel, Faith St. John. Oh, I know what I wanted. Before I get to Faith's question, there is I got a message, I think it was in Telegram, from a woman who said that her dad, his name is Brian, her dad didn't have cable TV, if I recall the story correctly. And she said, Dad, don't you want, we'll get it for you. We'll get you the cable, the internet, whatever, And his response, which was so touching to me, was, there's only one show I care to watch, and that's the Dr. Jane Ruby show. And she said, my dad just loves your shows, loves you. And I don't know if they're going to get him the internet or if they're going to get him a way to watch the show. You can find me on Rumble under Stu Peters' channel. You can find me on his website, stupeters.com. And so I don't know if they're going to get him the cable, but the long and the short of the story is, I guess he's in his 80s and super sharp. He's got to be sharp if he watches the Dr. Jane Ruby show. So Brian, Mr. Brian, I want to thank you so much for being a loyal watcher of the Dr. Jane Ruby show, for your support and your love and your attention and your loyalty. Those are very valuable things. I know there are a lot of people like Brian out there, and I want to thank you all. But I did want to mention Brian on the coffee chat, because I think that he's able to watch the coffee chat on his, hopefully, computer or phone or something like that. So, okay, thank you, Brian. All the best. All the best to you, sir. I want to close with a question by Faith St. John, who said, Dr. Jane, do you have prayer requests? I do have prayer requests for those of you who wish to pray over me. I pray that that the truth is protected. And I'm not asking for myself, no matter who speaks the truth. And I pray for those who may have been compromised and who are distracted by money or fame or attention or other things. I pray that those scales fall off and that they see. But mostly I ask you to pray for the truth, that it survives, that it rises to the top. And that you do pray for my family, because they didn't ask for this. They're trying to survive like everyone else, and my family is very private for their protection. And that includes everybody in my family. So I thank you for that, Faith. I really appreciate a beautiful name for someone asking me what my prayer requests are. And that because of the truth that I'm trying to get out, that I'm able to do it. That I'm protected from those weapons that are formed against me. Because right now there are a lot of weapons formed against me. But I also feel the hand of God on my shoulder. And I know we will prevail. So thank you for that. Thank you. Don't forget to watch the Dr. Jane Ruby Show on Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for being with me. A couple of coffee chats this week. And enjoy the rest of the weekend before we all return to this reality Monday morning. Find the joy. Love you all. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.